Hello everyone, welcome back to another session by SSB Crack Exams. I am Drishti and I am here with the 30-day study plan for your AFCAT numerical ability section. So if you are preparing for upcoming AFCAT exam and you are left with just 1 month to complete your whole syllabus of numerical ability section, then this session will be very much helpful for you, as in this session I will discuss a 30-day study plan for you. Okay. And if you want to implement this study plan fully, then do not forget to subscribe to our AFCAT courses, in which you will get detailed conceptual lectures, sample practice Q&A lectures, previous year Q&A lectures, quizzes, practice exercises, mock tests and much more. Okay. Now let's start this session with the marking scheme of your AFCAT paper. So in AFCAT, every question comprises of 3 marks, okay? But there will also be a negative marking of 1 mark for every incorrect question. So be very careful while attempting your paper. Also, there will be total 18 to 20 questions from your numerical ability section, and which will comprise of a total of 54 to 60 marks out of your total 300 marks, okay? Now let's discuss about the main components of your AFCAT numerical ability syllabus. So it comprises of number system, percentage, profit and loss, simple and compound interest, speed, distance and time, time and work, average, ratio and proportion and algebra. So there are total 9 topics in the numerical ability syllabus of your AFCAT paper. Now we will discuss the previous year trends of each topic and the study plan for that topic simultaneously. So let's get started. So we'll start with number system, and we can see that maximum questions from number system were 3, which came in AFCAT 2 2019 paper, and minimum question was 1 only, which came in AFCAT 1 2019 paper. So in your upcoming AFCAT exam, you can expect around 1 to 3 questions from this topic. And now let's discuss the study plan for this topic. So number system is a basic chapter, but it is very helpful in improving your calculation, which will be further helpful in the other topics. Okay. Also, the conceptual lectures of this topic will include fractions, simplifications, squares and square roots and all these types of topics, so that you will have a good command over the concepts and you will be able to solve the questions. So this study plan is based upon 5 hours per day. So you need to devote 5 hours per day for your numerical ability section if you want to cover whole syllabus. Okay. So on day 1 and 2, complete your main conceptual lectures and their study materials of number system. Okay. Then on day 2, complete your sample practice Q&A lectures and their study materials along with previous year's Q&A lectures and their study materials, and then attempt the quizzes and also do the thorough analysis of each and every quiz. Okay. Then on day 3, attempt the practice exercises which will be given, and also tell your answers from the provided answer keys. Okay. And also do the revision of the whole concepts and the important formulas of number system on the last day. Okay. So in this way you will be completing 1 topic, right? And also the complete detailed structure of this study plan will be given to you in the form of an article, and the link of that article you can find in the description below. Okay. Now moving up on to the next topic, which is percentage. So maximum questions from percentage were 3, which came in AFCAT 2 2018 paper. And minimum question was 1 only, which came in AFCAT 2 2017 paper. So in your upcoming AFCAT exam, you can expect around 1 to 3 questions from percentage. Now moving upon to the study plan for percentage. So on the day 3, complete your main conceptual lectures and the study materials of percentage. Okay. Percentage is a very easy chapter, and there will be some important rules only in the conceptual lectures, which will be helpful in solving the questions at a faster pace. After that, on day 4, complete your sample practice Q&A lectures and their study materials along with previous year's Q&A lectures and their study materials, and also attempt the quizzes and do the thorough analysis of each and every quiz of percentage. After that, on day 5th, attempt the questions given in the practice exercises and also tell your answers from the answer keys, and then revise whole concepts and the important formulas of the percentage topic again, okay? And after that, do the revision of the whole concepts and important formulas of your previous topic, which was number systems. So in this study plan, I have created a pattern for the multiple revisions so that in the end it will not become a pressure for you to do the revision of the whole syllabus at one go. Okay, and in this way it will retain in your memory for the longer time, as one topic will get a revision of many times, right? Now moving up on to the next topic, which is profit and loss. So maximum questions from profit and loss were also 3, and which came thrice, and minimum question was 1 only. So in your upcoming AFCAT exam, you can expect around 1 to 3 questions from profit and loss. Now moving upon to the study plan of profit and loss. Okay, so from day 5th to day 6th, complete your content lectures and the study materials of the profit and loss, as there can be various different types of questions asked in the examination based upon profit and profit percent, loss and loss percent, or discount and discount percent. Okay, so everything is covered in the detailed content lectures. After that, on day 6th, complete your sample practice Q&A lectures and their study materials. Then from day 6 to day 7, complete your previous year Q&A lectures and their study materials, and on the same day 7, attempt the quizzes and do the thorough analysis of each and every quiz, because after analyzing them properly, you will get to know where you are lacking behind, and then you can focus on those parts to make them your stronger points, okay? And then attempt the questions given in the practice exercises and always tell your answers from the given answer keys. And then it comes the time for the revision. So do the revision of the whole concepts and the important formulas of profit and loss. And then from day 7 to day 8, do the revision of percentage and number system. Moving up on to the next topic, which is simple and compound interest. So from simple and compound interest also, maximum questions were 3 and minimum question was 1 only. So in your upcoming AFCAT exam, you can expect around 1 to 3 questions from this topic. Now moving up on to the study plan for this topic. So simple and compound interest is a interesting but a little bit conceptual based topic. So you need to cover the content lectures and the study materials of that content lectures very thoroughly on the day 8th, okay? Then from day 8th to day 9th, complete your sample practice Q&A lectures and their study materials along with the previous year's Q&A lectures and their study materials, and also attempt the quizzes and do the thorough analysis of each and every quiz, okay? Then on day 10th, do attempt the questions given in the practice exercises and always tally your answers from the answer keys. And then do the revisions of the simple and compound interest topic, which is your current topic. Then do the revision of profit and loss, which was the previous topic. And then do the revision of percentage and number systems. So you can devote 1 hour to the revision of these topics, as you have already covered these topics very thoroughly in the past, right? Now moving up on to the next topic, which is speed, distance and time. So speed, distance and time is the most important topic, as maximum questions from this topic were 6, which came in AFCAT 2019 paper, and minimum question was 1 only, which came in AFCAT 2018 paper, okay? Now moving up on to the study plan for speed, distance and time. So now speed, distance and time is a vast topic and many different types of questions can be formed based upon trains. Questions based upon races can also be formed. So you need to cover the main content lectures and the study materials of speed, distance and time thoroughly on the day 11. After that, from day 11 to day 12, complete your sample practice Q&A lectures and their study materials along with the previous year's Q&A lectures and their study materials, okay? So after checking the previous year lectures, you will get to know what type of questions can be formed in the examination. So previous years plays a vital role in your preparation. Okay. Then from day 12 to day 13, do attempt the quizzes and also do the thorough analysis of each and every quiz. Okay. And then attempt the questions given in the practice exercises and always tell your answers from the answer keys. Right. After that, from day 13 to day 14, do the revision of all the topics that you have already covered by devoting 1 hour to each topic. Also, if you think that the revision of some topics have already been enough, then you can devote that time on practicing the questions related to that topic. Okay. Now moving upon to the next topic, which is time and work. So maximum questions from time and work were also 3 and minimum question was 1 only, which came in AFCAT 2020 paper. Okay. Now so in your upcoming AFCAT exam, you can expect around 1 to 3 questions from this topic also. Now moving upon to the study plan for this topic. So work and time also contain a topic which is pipes and cisterns, and the basics for both the topics are almost same, but it is a conceptual based topic, so your basics should be very strong, and if you are good enough, you will be able to attempt all the questions. Okay, so from day 14 to day 15, devote your time on the main content lectures and their study materials. Okay, and also complete your sample practice Q&A lectures and their study materials. Right. Then from day 15 to day 16, complete your previous year's Q&A lectures and their study materials and attempt the quizzes. Also do the thorough analysis of each and every quiz because it plays a vital role in the practice part. Also do attempt the questions in the quizzes in the time bound fashion so that you will be able to maintain a good speed while solving the questions in the final paper. Also attempt the questions given in the practice exercises and tell your answers from the answer keys. Right. Then from day 16 to day 17, devote your time on the revision of all the topics that you have covered up till now. Okay. Always do the revision of the whole concepts from the handmade study materials that you will be making while going through the topic content lectures. Okay. And also make a formula sheet so that it will be helpful for you in the time of revision. Now moving upon to the next topic, which is average. So maximum questions from average were 4, which came in AFCAT 2019 paper. And minimum question was 1 only, which came many times. So in your upcoming AFCAT exam, you can expect around 1 to 4 questions from average. Right. And you know that average is a very simple topic. So here is a study plan for average. And you need to remember the most important formula of average, which is sum of all the terms upon the total number of terms. Right. So everything revolves around this formula only. But in the main content lecture, we have covered the different other formulas on which various different types of questions can be formed. Right. So from day 17 to day 18, devote your time on the main content lectures along with the study materials. Okay. And also cover your sample practice Q&A lectures and their study materials. So in the study materials, we have given you the detailed solution of each and every question that we have covered in the sample practice Q&A lectures, so that it will be helpful for you in understanding and for the quick revisions in the future. Okay. Then from day 18 to day 19, devote your time in the previous year's Q&A lectures and their study materials and also attempt the quizzes. And do not forget to do the analysis of each and every quiz. Right. Then complete your questions given in the practice exercises and tell your answers from the given answer keys. Right. Then from day 19 to day 20th, devote your time to the revision of all the topics that you have covered up till now. Okay. Now moving upon to the next topic, which is ratio and proportion. So maximum questions from ratio and proportions were 5, which came in AFCAT 2020 paper, and minimum question was 1 only. So in your upcoming AFCAT exam, you can expect around 1 to 5 questions from ratio and proportions. Now moving upon to the study plan for ratio and proportion. So on day 21st, complete your main conceptual lectures and the study materials of ratio and proportions. Then from day 21st to 22nd, complete your sample practice Q&A lectures and their study materials along with the previous year's Q&A lectures and their study materials, right? And also attempt the given quizzes and do the thorough analysis of each and every quiz, okay? Then from day 22nd to day 23rd, devote your time on the practice exercises and also do tally your answers from the given answer keys, right? Then from day 23rd to 24th is just for the revision of the topics that you have covered till now. So devote your time wisely on the revision of all the topics, right? Now moving upon to the next topic, which is algebra. So maximum questions from algebra were 4, which came in AFCAT 1 2017 paper, and minimum question was 1 only. So in your upcoming AFCAT exam, you can expect around 1 to 4 questions from algebra. Okay. Now moving upon to the study plan for algebra. Now algebra is a vast topic and various different types of questions can be formed on algebra. So we have covered all the different types in the main content lectures and the study materials so that you can cover them on day 24th and 25th, right? Also complete your sample practice Q&A lectures and the study materials on day 25th only, right? Then on day 26th, complete your previous year's Q&A lectures and their study materials and also attempt all the given quizzes and do the thorough analysis of each and every quiz, right? And then attempt the questions given in the practice exercises and tell your answers from the answer keys, right? Then from day 26 to day 27, devote your time on the revision of all the topics that you have covered up till now, as it is your final revision and algebra is your last topic. So you can completely revise your whole syllabus on the day 27th, right? After that, it's time for you to follow the plan given for revision and the mock test, right? So now you have covered whole syllabus of your numerical ability section and your concepts are rock solid. But it's time for you to test yourself. So do attempt mocks, right? So from day 28 to 32 is solely for your mock test. Do attempt mock first to mock 10 and do the analysis of each and every mock. Always do the analysis and after doing it, you will get to know about your weak points and do the revision of those weak points and make them your stronger points so that you will be able to attempt all the questions on the final day of your examination. So now I hope this whole study plan is clear to you. Now moving upon to some important tips that you should remember which will be helpful for you in the overall preparation. So do practice a lot of questions instead of just reading and memorizing them, right? So whenever you are going through the conceptual lectures also, do have a notebook and pen with you and always try to solve the questions yourselves, right? After that, theorems and formulas plays a very important role for your exam, right? So to memorize all the formulas, do write them 3 to 4 times. And as I've already told you, do maintain a formula sheet for yourself which you can paste in your room or above your study table or wherever you can see it regularly, right? So do devote your 5-10 minutes and give a thorough reading to those formulas, right? So that it will retain in your memory slowly and for the longer time, okay? Now solve as many previous year question papers as you can. So you know that we are providing you the previous year questions topic wise, but always do attempt the complete paper at one go so that you can know the time required for you to complete this particular session, and this will help you manage your time during the final examination, okay? And always remember to maintain a handwritten notebook or do write your own handwritten notes, as we will also provide you study materials of each and every topic. But if you are having handwritten notes with you, it will be very much helpful for you for the quick revisions. And then do follow the plan for mock test without any fail, because it will give you the reality check and also will give you the real time experience of the actual examination. Okay, and the last and the most important point is, do not forget to chill out and relax, because a stressful mind will always decrease your performance. So do not take stress, as you have studied everything and you will gonna attempt all the questions from this particular session. Okay, and always remember, if you want to excel in your preparation, do subscribe to our courses and download our learning app from Google Play Store. Now I hope this session was very much interesting and helpful for you, and for more such interesting sessions, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams. Jai Hind.